हर दिन की शुरुआत जोश के तड़के के साथ मेरे साथ
Morning. I'll be there. 9 minutes motivation at 9 a.m. Be with me.
Now the next degree goes to Sri Deepak Shinde from Bangalore. Deepak Shinde is the founder and chairman of Kingdom College.
some internet connection. So guys, 9 minutes motivation at 9 a.m. is inspired by me and sponsored by the Kingdom College. Preparing you for life. I am Deepak and my life is sugar first and top of the world. That's why I work as coach. There was a ship in the sea and in a storm. You can't see me?
Happy morning, sir.
Am I visible to you? Because the little internet is a little slow today. Okay, thank you so much. There was this ship in the ocean which got wrecked because of the storm, and almost everybody drowned. And somehow these two people could, with the help of whatever wooden planks were left, managed to reach an island. Okay. Managed to reach an island. Now, there was no life on that island, and both of them were stuck in that island. Whole day went, nothing happened. They tried every possible thing and they realized nothing is possible. The only thing left, both of them discussed was now to pray to God. So there is nothing else they can be doing. It was absolutely a barren island and nothing at all, no life whatsoever. The only resort they could have was pray to God. But men are creative people, so they decided, let's have our individual prayers and let's see whose prayers will be answered first. So they almost created a territory that side will be one man, this side will be another man. The first man who drew line for himself and said, I will pray this side, you pray that side, and let's see whose prayers are very powerful. And the first man who drew the line prayed, God, give me some food. It's difficult to find food. God, give me some food. And suddenly he was drawn into that entire island in a place where he could see some trees which had some fruits to eat, something to eat. The man on the other side had nothing. And he was struggling. And this man prayed, it is too lonely on this island. Can I have a woman for me? And suddenly, within few hours, a woman who also was lost in some shipwreck, as if God almost answered the prayers of this man, saw women floating on the plank of wood and reaching the island on his side. He was very excited. He said, to have a woman and live here for a lifetime, it is going to be crazy. So he was praying, God, somehow get me out of this island. I want to go back to the world. Please do answer something of mine. And he kept praying very deeply, very profoundly. And magic of all magic, as a miracle happened. They found a boat, which must have been abandoned by somebody or what, a small boat, which came and hit his side of the shore. And this man was excited. He said, every prayer of mine is getting answered. He took his woman, sat in the boat. Then he saw the man on the other side. He was still on the barren island. Nothing for him. He said, it is not worth taking this man from this island. Let him be here only. What will he do in it? Not a single prayer of his has been answered. So I will go with this woman which I have got and live my life happily. And as he was about to sail in the boat, the voice from the sky said, hey, what are you doing? Take that man also along with you. The man said, God, but why should I take him? He's not even worthy of a prayer. Not a single prayer of his has been answered by you. And every prayer, whatever I asked for myself, whatever I desired for myself, you have given to me. I somehow feel I'm much more powerful, I'm much more pure, I'm much more sincere and devotee in my prayer. So I think he doesn't deserve to be with me. Why should I take him? The God's voice. The smiling is in the voice of the God. God said, you are mistaken, my son. All the time when you prayed for what you wanted, this man only prayed for your prayers to be answered. So all that food, the women, that board, and everything that you desired for in all these days, if you have got more than your prayers, I was able to relate with the man's prayer who was praying for you to get all your prayers answered for the same desire which you had. It was not only your prayers, it was also backed by his vibrations, his energy, his sincerity, his devotion, his concern, his love for other people. And there was more complete selflessness in his prayers. And then God said, when you pray with selflessness, it becomes even more powerful. The moral of the story, my friends, is this. When we pray for ourselves, I'm not very sure whether God listens. Even as we mortals, when somebody asks for themselves, we might think twice. But when somebody asks on behalf of somebody and say, I think they need help, we should be able to step forward. I think that most of our heart melts. If this is with all of us mortals, then definitely the divine also must be working on the same principle. I don't know what is the truth. I don't know what is the reality. But I know when somebody else prays for somebody else, when somebody else requests for somebody else, when somebody else stands for somebody else, the chances are very high it happens. Right now, what we are all going through, the difficult time across the globe, and especially in our country, in our own cities, I think as much as we want to pray for ourselves and our families, I think if we can collectively, for some time, only pray for others' well-being, all of us who are healthy, safe, sane, back to life. We know we are in still control. The difficulty has not touched us yet. And I think all of us who are in that state where we are much more in comfort, we should be only praying for others' safety, others' health. Because if you and me are right now doing good, which means somebody must be praying for us, right? If somebody is praying for us, that is why we are having the what life we are having, with all the health and fitness and safety and same. I think others also needs our prayers. So till this entire pandemic gets over or this difficulties gets over, can we all collectively, together, even if we are 10 of us, 20 of us, 40 of us, 100 of us, 200 of us, thousands of us, it's enough. Faith of one person can make the God move. Then I think collective prayers of all of us can be even more powerful than let's. Every prayer from now, can we pray for others and don't worry about yourself. When you take care of others, you will be taken care of. When you pray for the creations of that Creator, don't you think that Creator will also take care of you? When you feed 100 people, will you go hungry? When you provide shelter for thousands, will you won't have any shelter on your head? It's a simple principle of life. What you do for others, others will do to you. It's time for all of us to pray for others, feel with others, and feel for others. Let our prayers, our faith, our devotion, our concern, our sincerity be a very, very honest prayer. Every prayer from now onwards for others. I'll be praying only for others in all my prayers, and that I've been doing ever since I've understood they need us. I think people need our prayers. Whatever we can do in action, we can do in action. But there is so much we can do with our pure, noble intention. And now is the time for it. Let's do it. With this belief, let's start the day. Here we go. Guys, stop, stand, and go.